This is going to be my review for The Red Sparrow. It was directed by Francis Lawrence. It is definitely rated R for full frontal nudity. There is some slight language and a lot of blood, but yeah, very adult movie. Okay, so summary is it's in Russia, modern day, and Jennifer Lawrence is the main star. She plays Dominika, but she goes by a couple different names. Anyway, so she's this prima ballerina, and she gets injured by another cast member on purpose. And so the company who pays for her housing and her sick mother's care and all of her living expenses will not pay for anything anymore. And so her uncle comes in, who works for like the Secret Service, and says that you could either be poor or you can work for the Secret Service. I'm going to take you through my special school. It's called the state school, where everybody's sparrows. So she goes through this training to learn how to be a spy for the state. But the theme of the whole movie is being a step above, a step ahead of everybody, as far as Dominika's character is. And so she goes through this school, and then she gets this mission to find out who the mole is in the Russian government via going to the Russian mole's contact in the CIA, who's played by Joel Edgerton. His name is Nate. And so there's a lot of just spy versus spy action, and she makes contact with them, they develop a relationship, and it kind of goes, you kind of get in that guessing game of who is she really working for. She worked for the US, or she worked for the Russia, who is the spy, who is the mole, and then there's a wonderful twist at the end when everything kind of gets tied up in a neat bow. I'm not going to really give any spoilers though. Okay, so here's my review. First of all, it's a well-built spy versus spy to the point where if they've succeeded in losing their audience and actually know what was going on, they succeeded. There are many points when you know that I didn't know if she was telling the truth or if she was playing. You really didn't know. So I guess that was part of the point, is not knowing which side she was playing until the very end. And it ends up being she was just playing for her own side and doing what made sense for her. And it actually really worked. Jennifer Lawrence. So one thing really weird I have to say is this entire movie takes place between like Hungary and Russia. And all the characters are mainly from Russia except for the CIA people. But when we were like just in the Russia school and everything, why weren't they speaking Russian? I mean, I know it's an American movie and everybody had like Russian accents, but they were American actors. Why weren't they speaking Russian? Okay. Okay, let's talk about the school and the training she had to go through. It was kind of fun to watch, but I actually felt like most of it was unnecessary to watch. Like, we get that she's training to be a spy, but did it have to get to the full frontal nudity, the many sex acts, the pornography that we had to watch her watching? Was that really necessary to really dive and get her to be where she needed to be? I really don't think it was. It was just, I think, a point to be very titillating. Sure, a little bit would have been fine to see the training, because that's what a lot of spy movies are all about. But I think it actually took it a little bit too far, and I don't know what other than, hey, you're going to go to this movie and see full frontal nudity. Jennifer Lawrence's accent kept dropping. Like, you can make a drinking game out of it. Take a drink every time like she goes back to her American accent. It sounds like Jennifer Lawrence. Just wanted to note that. Nothing against the movie, but hey, I mean, if you're going to be a Russian born and raised, have a Russian accent throughout the entire thing. Let me see what else. She has this kind of relationship between the CIA contact, played by Joel Edgerton, and her. There's no chemistry. There's no chemistry between the two. Like, when they were having sex for the first time, he looked bored and like he looked like he wasn't even enjoying himself. He was just sitting there. So even like later when the second scene, there was no chemistry between the two. Other than that, I mean, I actually enjoyed it to the point where you had to think a lot in this movie to see all the moving pieces. There are some points where I'm like, I don't know why that's happening, and who is who, and why did that person just get killed? Okay, and then it comes, you know, back full circle. It's going to be one of those movies we're going to watch all over again to actually say, oh, okay, that was what's going on. The twist at the end, you kind of saw the pieces, but you didn't know exactly, and it's successfully done that twist at the end. And the other thing I have to say about this movie, there are a lot of times that I did that I wasn't expecting, and I jumped out of my chair. I was just like, oh no, so it's always a good movie when it can elicit those reactions out of, you know, audience members, you know, for someone who's seen lots of movies. But anyway, so I enjoyed the movie. It entertained me. I'm not going to say it's the best spy movie I've ever seen. I've seen better, but this one was pretty decent. So yeah. So this would have been the 10th movie I've seen this year, and I am putting it at number 6. So it's going to be below Game Night, and it's going to be above The Commuter. Yes, I would rather watch this movie just because there's so many different little things and details you had to pay attention to, just like Commuter. But I think I enjoyed this one a little bit more sophisticated. So definitely above The Commuter, but Game Night's just more fun to watch and more witty, and I think actually a little bit more original. So I would rather watch Game Night again, which is at number 5, before Red Sparrow again. All right, so that is it. I will see you next time. All right, thanks.